What's going on, YouTubes? It is Larry here again for the Leoid channel, and as usual I am sitting in my car waiting on my son to do his thing. So here we are. Speaking of children, I wanted to mention something about kids and nutrition and pretty much what they need. Obviously, this is going to differ for every single child that's out there. Today, usually kids are spending most of their time on video games. We know this. It happens. Within the past year or so, unfortunately, that became a little bit more popular because of the pandemic. The kids couldn't go out, play with their friends. After-school sports were canceled, and activities were canceled, clubs, and you name it. So, what do they have to fall back on? You know, sitting inside doing nothing. Okay. But if you have a child that is interested in playing a sport, for instance, my son is interested in playing football. Okay. So, with that said, their nutritional intake is going to be completely different than another kid the same age who's not playing a sport. Now, this is not just football. It's football, basketball, soccer, baseball, you name it. Anything that requires physical activity for our children, if we want them to perform the absolute best way that they can, we need to provide the appropriate nutrition for them. Now, you take any kid, the ages 12 to 15, 16, you know, at the peak of puberty and all that funness that comes with that, right off their bat, their body is working overdrive just to do what it normally is designed to do, right? We need to fuel that. They need more protein for their organs to function, to accommodate the larger size body as they grow, to accommodate the body processes that are happening during this time. Bones grow. That's how we grow. It's you're not getting around this one. So the kids actually require more macronutrients during this time to fuel that change, that hormonal change, that physical change, and the mental change. We need to be able to provide our kids with the appropriate nutrition so they grow better. A diet of fast food, okay, we all know is bad. Oh, fast food's horrible, it's the devil. Whatever. Once in a while, not a big deal. But when they do have it every day, yes, it becomes an issue, and that's where we start seeing malnutrition and issues in the kids' growth. Now, unfortunately, some folks can't afford, you know, bison meat or lean ground beef or, you know, tons of chicken, you know, and it has to result in, you know, a dollar cheeseburger from McDonald's or something. You know, that's the reality of the world. But it sucks. You know, it just sucks. There's no question about it. It just sucks. Will those kids grow up differently than somebody who has, like, everything that I just mentioned? Mentally? No, they won't. Emotionally? Probably not, because I'm pretty sure the kids are a lot happier having McDonald's chicken nuggets and cheeseburgers than having a bison patty and a sweet potato. I know I would be. Shit, I could go for that right now. Anyway. Kids need proper nutrition, and growing kids during puberty and during body changes need even more macronutrients than we give them on a regular basis. Do they need fat? Absolutely. That actually is what causes the brain to develop better. As you know, as humans and Homo sapiens from the Neanderthal ages and on, we developed our brain function based on animal proteins. We get B12 vitamins, which is actually essential for brain development. You could supplement that with you know, vitamins and everything, you know, if you choose not to eat meat, which is fine. You know, that's your choice. There's always a way around it. But kids need the fat, they need the proteins, they need the carbohydrates, especially if they play a sport. We need to time those appropriately as well. Before and after physical exertion, I don't want to say activity, just physical exertion, whether they go to the gym, whether they play the sport, practice the sport, or hang out with their friends. We could start doing that now. Actually, a lot of people are getting vaccinated, so that's good. All that stuff, you need to replenish those glycogen stores to help the body function more. Right? They're not doing it to lose weight. It's not an aesthetic thing. They're not looking for, their summer beach bod and stuff like that. They're looking to perform at their absolute best. And us as parents need to accommodate that. Excuse me. We need to provide our kids with a good amount of protein, a good amount of fat, and a good amount of carbohydrates. Now, what is the numbers for these? That differs for everybody. I have 2 kids. One of them's my height, 5'8"ish, 5'7", 5'8"ish. Well, he's 5'7", he's shorter than me for now. So, and he's 100 pounds lighter than me. His requirements are going to be different than my other son, who's not even 5 feet tall and weighs 100 pounds. And they're both physically active, they both play sports. Obviously, their nutritional values are going to differ. We could work on that. Online calculators, there's a ton of them. You could Google search, caloric needs, blah, 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 get your BMR, get your macro needs, whatever. Or contact me, I can help you out, not a big deal. All right? It's kind of what I do. But with kids, we need to focus on their appropriate nutrition, because ultimately at the end of the day, we don't want to be feeding them garbage, because then they're going to perform like garbage. That also goes for school too. Studies were done, proper nutrition leads to better behavior in kids. I mean, that's huge. So if we're eating appropriately, and the kids are eating appropriately, you're going to have better behavior with them overall. School's going to be better. They're going to understand, they're going to be able to, comprehend school a little bit better, as well as just be better people. Now, I'm not saying that's an excuse why, certain people are, just evil. It has nothing to do with nutrition. Some people are just wired that way. I can't speak on that because I have no idea. But I can say this, we do know that proper nutrition leads to better behavior. So why don't we just start there? Let's get our kids the appropriate foods that they need. A lot of kids don't like vegetables. We know this. It sucks. We have to figure out a way to get them more vegetables. Maybe without them knowing. We're going to try and do that. We got to do better. But, like I said, appropriate macronutrients for all children going through puberty. They're going to need more than we think they do. They're going to need an increased amount of protein just to accommodate the body changes, the muscle growth, and that's normal. I'm not even talking about anybody weightlifting or doing anything like that. I'm just talking about normal body changes. We need to have that. We need an increase in carbohydrates. We need an increase in fats. But everything has to be controlled so we're not overdoing it and, creating further issues down the line. Okay? So keep that in mind. Take a look at that. If you need help, reach out. This is what we do. Alrighty? Better nutrition, better behavior. I live by that. Thanks again for watching. If you find any substance in anything that I say, please hit the subscribe button, hit that like button. Send me a comment. You got a question? This is what we're here for. Alrighty? Thanks again. You guys have a great day. Remember, get the tools, do the work, stay strong. Love you.